Pollution problem is the tip of the spear.
500 children under 5 who die every day in India because of air pollution.
I also breathe the same air and it's terrible.
No government health advisory. This is a chronic national medical emergency.
This is all because of pollution. It is also a major cause of dementia as well.
Everybody is affected by it. The poorest person who's living in Delhi and the richest person who's living in Delhi is affected. How are you? Not good. If you're not good, then you're in trouble. If you're not good, then everyone's in trouble.
Yeah, the mothers, you can't. How are you, Mr. Gandhi? Like we see, the whole year's gone by and things are just worse and nothing will change. The problem is complete denial and of course something that, that even when the parliament sessions begins, we are somewhere sometimes protesting, doing some children's press conference or desperate moves to be heard that air pollution should be spoken there. So we are very thankful and grateful that, as leader of opposition, you have taken this up before the parliament session. I think this is going to go down in history. So far, it's never happened. So this is the situation we are in. Children, of course, are more vulnerable, as we know, because they breathe faster, their lungs are developing, and this is how the faster breathing makes them more vulnerable to all this toxicity. And there are almost close to 500 children under 5 who die every day in India because of air pollution. Yet, this has never been an emergency. Even if the emergency word is being named, it's mostly named by citizens and organizations and think tanks, isn't it? Not by the governments. The failure has been, one, of course, denial. Two is also only showing optics, which is, say, the previous government had a smog tower. Now you want to do smog guns, sprinklers. You are creating pollution and you want to clean it. That is not the answer. You have to prevent pollution at sources. That means the systemic changes that you have to bring in. And the systemic changes means a lot of work within the government that may not show, but it's the real work, the real intent, the real political will.
So I saw changes in my son. We moved back from US when he was 5, and immediately he was not able to breathe. And for 10 years he was on nebulizer. He's 15 now. Now the fear of not being able to breathe is so much in his body that he doesn't go out to play. He doesn't want to run. He used to do skating. He doesn't want to do that because the moment he does that, the pollution is so much that even though his body has become a little bit stronger than it was before, he still faces breathlessness. And I personally talked to his doctor and I was like, the doctor said, ma'am, I cannot say this online, like in an interview, but this is all because of pollution. And he said that now in the past 10-15 years, most of the kids who are coming to me, I'm giving them nebulizer, I'm giving them steroids. Really, sir, this problem is, I'm telling you, it's horrible.
My daughter was born 10 years ago and she was literally born into this pollution, and the angst and anguish that we all share just watching our children grow, breathing this toxic air, and honestly, like imagining what it's doing to their lungs, how it's setting them up for failure for the rest of their lives. Every day, if you're breathing such toxins from the day you're born, we all know that it's going to result in something drastic later in life. So there's such denial from the government. There's no government health advisory. This is a chronic national medical emergency. What are we doing to a whole generation of kids? What does it set them up for? Just to be really, really sick adults who in turn will impact the economy. It will hamper our country that we all love so much. Like we are really, the reason that it's easy to ignore is because it's not happening today. But we all know from personal experience that it is going to just, be like a bomb in the next 10 years if we don't act now. We should have been acting yesterday, but we definitely need to act now.
The reason there is pollution is because there are stakeholders who benefit from the pollution.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
and to put it bluntly to you, they're more powerful than you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know, like
Right.
Money and
Now when you're
power,
talking
one goes to the-
political will, consequences of this power affect political will. I mean, if you have whatever 500 to 1,000 commercial units who are polluting Delhi, they have political power, right? And the problem is that the average citizen is not organized at all. So he has no political power. You already have a choice in terms of dealing with air pollution that many people in India don't have. You can go to the doctor,
Yeah.
right? So there are many people who I meet who say, my kids,
Yes.
that's it, done. Pollution problem is the tip of the spear. I'm more than happy to help you because I think this is important. I mean, I also breathe the same air and it's terrible. And you know, my niece and nephew grew up in it. You can't escape, right? There's no way. I mean, you can be Mr. Adani. Well, Mr. Adani can probably sit in his house and do his little air purifier stuff. But you can be pretty much anybody and you're going to breathe the air eventually. So in a sense that everybody is affected by it. The poorest person who's living in Delhi and the richest person who's living in Delhi is affected by it.
You know, the health cost for the poorest is much higher.
Higher.
Absolutely.
There's a serious equity
For
issue.
Absolutely.
A rich guy can go get a lung transplant done, but for my domestic help, she is one time still using wood because she's like, gas itna mehenga, I can't cook 2 times on a clean fuel. So even a clean fuel is not available to majority of Indians.
I will also request you that in the next couple of days, if we can, introduce some questions and
Yeah,
we could
that we can
consider asking the MPs to,
Yeah, there
please.
can be a debate on air pollution.
MLS
It is,
too.
on the
MPs
parliament
too.
because we never see it happening.
Yeah, I know it will be the first time. It's never happened. So that is
Okay, so
itself a
then,
big
so
thing.
there would a
Yeah.
fair goal be that let us try and organize a debate on air pollution in Parliament? Would that be a fair
Yes,
goal?
absolutely, absolutely.
Sir, it's a fight for the lives of the children, and not just children, but every citizen
Also
living in
senior
this country. Also elderlies, because the health is getting devastated at this point of time.
If you are seriously thinking about organizing people around it,
Yes.
then tell me how you're thinking about it. You know, how you're thinking
we
of
just
scaling up.
had these protests, the last couple of protests at India Gate and one on India Gate and Jantar Mantar. But this is the biggest ever, and they were mostly mothers,
And how did you
teachers,
get them there?
doctors, because through just
Through your
messaging,
network.
just messaging, and no organization, no name, nothing, only one mother and child poster that goes viral. This shows the emotion. There are people. Last protest that's happened and it became, very.
Why would they criticize
violent.
this?
I do
But because
understand.
there was detentions,
There was
I think,
detentions,
at the of
That is something
regular
I should be
citizens
raised.
raising an
no
important
one protesting
point.
should be detained.
I'd like to add that it just not doesn't affect the lungs. It also affects the heart, it affects the gut system, and it is also a major cause of dementia as well. So even the senior population is going to be severely affected. So you will actually have a public health emergency if air pollution is not catered to.
Children's cognitive development. If these children are not going to be crippled, what youth? What are you talking about? 10 trillion economy. Nothing will work in this country when the children will be crippled, struggling for life. This is where one bold politician will have to take this forward.